Hello world, this is Chad coming to you with my thoughts on the PSP 15 years later. For a really long time, retro gaming has been coming back, and using emulators on our computers has been one of the best means of reliving the golden years of gaming. But what about taking these emulated ROMs with you anywhere you go? It wasn't until early 2007 that I learned you could hack a PSP using open source custom firmware, and the PSP was emulating everything between 50 to 60 frames per second. Between the video, audio, and quality of the frame rate, my mind was completely blown away by how well the PSP was emulating every console and game that I grew up with. I was no longer limited to just the UMD discs with my PSP. I could download and run all of it right off the memory stick. In my experience, this completely altered my view of what I would primarily be doing with my portable gaming console from then on. However, because this console proved itself to me tenfold, I couldn't just stop at the PSP 1000. There were new modifications that were pertinent to its development as a portable gaming console. So I purchased the next version, the PSP 2000, also referred to as the PSP Slim. With the advancements of the PSP 2000, I actually skipped the 3000 model and spent that money on the PSP Go, because I knew that one was really different from its predecessors. There's no denying their sleek and elegant design. No matter what the device, it should always feel comfortable in your hands. But what about portability? Form factor should be a significant influence when purchasing a portable gaming device. The PSP 1000 is clearly the thickest, especially when seeing how much smaller the 2000 and the Go models are. I've always appreciated how flush the analog stick is to the PSP. Unless you're wearing skin-tight jeans, this isn't going to get caught on anything. This is especially the case with the PSP Go. Although it has no UMD slot, this model truly was designed as the ultimate grab-and-go device. Since I only play games off the memory stick anyway, the PSP Go was the perfect addition to my already owned PSP consoles. I'm not a fan of the proprietary connectors, but everything else about the Go is nearly perfect for portable retro emulation. Even today, retro and modern gamers alike are looking for the best emulators to play their favorite PS1 and PSP games anywhere they go. Back in 2007, I upgraded to the 3.40 OEA firmware and discovered the PSP would not emulate, but simply run modified ISO images directly off the PSP's hardware. That was officially it for me, and the PSP was not only a portable gaming device that was emulating my classic ROMs at nearly 60 frames per second, but I was now able to simply run modified ISO images that were encoded for the PSP straight off of its hardware that ran 100% at normal speed. That moment was 14 years ago before I made this video, and I knew then that there was nothing stopping this device from being the greatest handheld console ever released to date. So how does the PSP fare now, 15 years later? Well, of course it's still amazing. From time to time, I still have to have my wife hide them from me just so I can have a prayer at getting other stuff done. Not to mention, over the years, we've continued to be heavily involved in other hobbies as well. Seriously though, while the PSP is obviously not as powerful as some of the latest do-it-yourself competitors, it absolutely still delivers in the vast majority of retro emulators, and in multiple instances, better than most of the current handhelds that are still unable to run PS1 and PSP games at full capacity. That argument in itself is enough to warrant the purchase of the PSP even today. It certainly is a far cry from where I started, but the capabilities that this small device has had all these years is still proof enough for me that it will continue to stand the test of time as a solid, retro, portable gaming device for years to come. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my next videos as I rate the newest additions to my portable consoles with the Odroid Go Advance and my Retroid Pocket 2. Stay good to yourselves and each other. Thanks for watching.